Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil mursaleen, Sayyidina Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And to my non-Muslim brethren, a very good afternoon, and a special welcome from the visitors from all over, especially the United Kingdom. Hope your stay here is memorable. Islam is against all forms of racism and bigotry. You know, racism is the belief that one race is superior to another, or one color is superior to another color, or a certain group of people are superior to another group of people. Such beliefs are all pre-Islamic. They are the times of the ignorance, the Jahiliyyah time. If you want to say when did it all start, it started way back with Iblis. When Iblis was asked to make the sujood of ta'zim to Nabi Adam alayhi salam, he had to make the sujood of respect, and he refused. What did he say? Ana khayrun min, I am better than him. Khalaqatani min nar, I am created from fire. Wa khalaqtahu min tin, and he's made of clay. So you see this arrogance, self-righteousness, and superiority complex started way back with Iblis. Islam has come and destroyed all that. We have found throughout history that people have killed, maimed, and done all sorts of terrible things in the name of racism. We have found, for example, the Ku Klux Klan, and I've gone through some of the amount of organizations that have come about. I mean, just the Ku Klux Klan have 189 different organizations. And you know the havoc they have created, and they are still creating. Not to that extreme though, where they used to hang people those years in America. We find the neo-Nazi group. We find the white nationalists. These are all groups that have been identified by a non-profit legal organization called the Southern Poverty Law Center. And we find also the white power skinheads. We find even a group called the Christian Identity Group, where they promote racism by putting Christianity in front, but it's just a few individuals that are in control of churches and the prison gangs that have come along. I mean, today if you look at ISIS, they will say in the name of Islam they are doing this, we don't even know who they are. And of course we reject them completely and outrightly, totally. We have found even there are the black separatist movements, there are the patriot movements, and there have been so many. We see, well, not so recent, in the Second World War, we have seen what Hitler did. We have seen what the Persian Empire has done, where the Americans obviously has propped them up, where the Shah Pahlavi has claimed for thousands of years they are the pure race, the Aryan race, as you know. So this has been going on, all satanic type of ideology. And Islam came and destroyed it. We in South Africa, we've grown up in the apartheid system. We have seen the horrors, the heartache, the killings, all in the name of being a superior person or superior, a country that was ruled and was legalized that they are better than everybody else. And we are still feeling the effects about it. I was speaking in the Dhuhr crowd, my 5-minute talk, and we were saying, we grew up in a multiracial society with a diversity of different cultural activities. I grew up like that, I'm sure many of you. But our children because we had to move out from Weinberg. We had to go now to Rylance and Craven because you're Indian. Many had to go to Mrs. Plain or Ravensmead and so forth. So we grew up in a cocoon. In one side, maybe our religion was safeguarded, but everything else was destroyed. Our humanity was destroyed, was taken away from us. And people don't even realize it. Now with the crime being what it is, people are saying, I think we were better in the apartheid government. These are the talks that we hear. This is the mindset that is telling us. But Islam came through our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam being the last prophet. And we acknowledge all the prophets from the time of Adam alayhi salam right up to our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Musa, Isa, Dawood, Yusuf, and so forth. May Allah be happy with them, pleased with them. We believe all races are equal. And the only characteristic that differs or makes one superior to the other is none other than taqwa, righteousness, God consciousness. That makes us different or gives us an advantage. May Allah make us of the God consciousness. Allah has dignified, given honor to the children of Adam alayhi salam. When Allah says in the Quran, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. We have certainly honored the children of Adam. وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ. And carried them on the land and sea. وَرَزَقْنَاهُمْ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ. And provided for them from the good things. وَفَضَّلْنَاهُمْ عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِّمَّنْ خَلَقْنَا تَفْضِيلًا. And preferred them over much of what we have created with definite preference. So Allah is telling us that insan has been created the highest species, higher even than the angels, because the angels don't disobey. We have the power, we have the potential to rise even higher than the angels, but we can sink lower than the animals. Don't forget that. May Allah protect us from that level. Allah has created us diverse, with different languages, different cultures. As Allah says, Ya ayyuhan nas, O people, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha. We have created you, male and female. Like we say Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. And وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلًا لِتَعَارَفُوا. And we have created you and made you into nations and tribes. Why? لِتَعَارَفُوا. In order to know one another, in order to acknowledge one another, in order to respect one another, and to look at the diversity that Allah has created. Subhanallah. But the punchline, Inna akramakum inda Allahi atqakum. But the most honored of you is the one who is most God conscious. Subhanallah. And Inna Allah alimun khabir. And Allah is knowing and aware. In fact, Allah has created different color of skins and languages. As Allah says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ خَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And amongst His signs is the creation of the heavens and earth, وَاخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ. And the diversity of your languages and your colors. SubhanAllah. You know, I had to look and do some research. Do you know how many languages are there in the world? 7,092. 7,092. Obviously, most of them, only a few of them speak. Obviously, there have been percentages given, but I'm not going into that. Ya Allah. And inna fi dhalik la'ayatin lil'alamin. Allah says, in that are signs for people of knowledge. We are asked to think about this. It's amazing. 7,000. We might speak one, and even not that little, not correctly. 2, 300, but 7,000. Allah through his Prophet Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says so beautifully. Verily Allah created Adam from a handful which he gathered from the earth. فَجَاءَ بَنُو آدَمْ عَلَى قَدْرِ الْأَرْضِ. So the children of Adam come in accordance with the earth. Here we are talking about, Allah is saying the different characteristics. فَجَاءَ مِنْهُمْ الْأَحْمَرُ وَالْأَبْيَضُ وَالْأَسْوَدُ وَبَيْنَ ذَلِكَ. Some come with the skin color of red skin, white skin, black skin, and even whatever is in between. Afrikaanse donkerwitte lig te swart. وَالسَّهْلُ وَالْحَزْنُ وَالْخَبِيثُ وَالطَّيِّبُ. Sin and sick and dirty and clean. But righteousness, says Allah, Islam, is not the color of your skin. It is the quality of your righteousness. That is what is important. And our Prophet Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says in his farewell speech, he says, Ya ayyuhan nas, O people, your Lord is one. Allah inna rabbakum wahid wa inna aba'akum wahid. Your Lord is one and your father Adam is one. There is no virtue of an Arab over a foreigner. وَلَا لِعَجَمِيٌّ عَلَى عَرَبِيٌّ, and nor a foreigner over an Arab. Very plain and simple. وَلَا لِأَحْمَرَ عَلَى أَسْوَدْ وَلَا أَسْوَدْ عَلى أَحْمَرٍ. And neither white skin over black skin, nor a black skin over a white skin. إِلَّا بِالتَّقْوَى, except God conscious. To be God conscious, to fear Allah. أَبَلَّغْتُ, says Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, have I delivered the message? Of course, they all answered on that Maidan Hasham, subhanallah. Ya Allah, no one is better than anyone except by religion or good deeds. Nabi alayhi salam says, حَسْبُ الرَّجُلْ أَنْ يَكُونَ فَاحِشًا بَذِيًّا بَخِيلًا جَبَانًا. It is sufficient evil for a man to be profane, vulgar and greedy or cowardly. Allah wants us. Nabi wants us. We are uncouth and we want to create and we want to be superior. Subhanallah. Ya Allah. A man might say, as Nabi alayhi salam says, Ana akramu mink, I am more nobler than you. فَلَيْسَ أَحَدٌ أَكْرَمْ مِنْ أَحَدٍ إِلَّا بِتَقْوَى اللَّهِ. Again, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is telling us, no one is made noble except by the fear of Allah. Ya Allah, you know, even the time of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the Sahabi just were newly converts into Islam. So obviously they had baggage which they brought in. Abu Dhar al-Ghafari, rahimahullah, a great Sahabi. One day he addressed Sayyidina Bilal radiallahu anhu. I know that Bilal was as black as anything, from another country, from Africa. And he says to Bilal, O son of a black woman. So Bilal goes straight to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and informs him about what Abu Dhar said. Do you know? Excuse me. So Abu Dhar comes to him. Abu Dhar didn't know. Sayyidina Bilal informed Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So he comes in the presence of Rasulullah alayhi salam, and Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam turns away from him. He turns away from him and he says, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, have you turned away because of something you have been told? And the Prophet answers, Anta alladhi tu'ayyiru Bilal bi ummihi. Have you addressed Bilal about his mother? Without waiting for a response, he says, وَالَّذِي أَنزَلَ الْكِتَابَ عَلَى مُحَمَّدٍ. By the one who revealed the book to Muhammad, مَا لِأَحَدٍ عَلَيَّ فَضْلٌ إِلَّا بِعَمَلٍ. None is more virtuous over another except by righteous deed. In Antum, and you have none but an insignificant amount. Our Prophet was annoyed, very annoyed with the Sahaba. Young Sahaba, but he was annoyed. And look at his call. Scolding he got, excuse me. You know, the story, remember Sayyidina Bilal radiallahu became the mu'adhin, the caller of the adhan of our Prophet, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But even then, some of the Sahaba had a problem. You know why? He couldn't say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. He used to say, Ashhadu an la ilaha. He could, because of some defect, lisp or whatever it is. So they went to complain. You know what the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said? Bilal's sin is considered as sheen in the court of Allah. Bilal's sin is considered as sheen in the court of Allah. Subhanallah. So the example of a believer to his fellow believer, they are like bricks. It's construction, not destruction. Now, brothers, especially from the Indian community, don't come and tell me now, using this example, that the Alhamdu that I recite, I can't say Alhamdu, so the Ha in Alhamdu is considered as Ha in the court of Allah. Oh no, because when you ask for money in Afrikaans, you don't say help, you say help. Your tajweed is fantastic. You know, I always say that. So don't use this as an excuse. Yeah. But you do find sometimes in our community as well, there is a problem with the tongue. Like they can't say G. Right? Like in Afrikaans, say je, ze. Ga je Jumuah doen? They can't say gym. Now you can't now equate that with the scene of blood, please. Yeah. Training, therapy, this can all be done. So ik zie over je zullen. Subhanallah. Also, we have to look at asabiyya, tribalism. We have a problem in our community with tribalism. You know, the Zulus are better than the Khozas, and the Kokanis are better than the Surtis, and better than the Memons, and the Gujaratis, and the Hindustanis, and Kalifistanis. This is a problem in communities. It's an age-old problem. But Islam has come to remove that. And came that time only to remove all that. Subhanallah. What does Nabi alayhi salam say? He says, لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ دَعَا إِلَىٰ عَصَبِيَّةٍ. He is not one of us who calls to tribalism. وَلَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ قَاتَلَ عَلَىٰ عَصَبِيَّةٍ. He is not one of us who fights for the sake of tribalism. وَلَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ مَاتَ عَلَىٰ عَصَبِيَّةٍ. And he is not one of us who dies following the way of tribalism. So Allah protect us. We have said earlier on in my lecture that I've said that we have created diversity in cultures and languages. لِتَعَارَفُوا. Remember, to acknowledge one another, not acknowledge one is superior. No, we are all equal, but we are equal in each other's diversity. And that's the beauty. That is the beauty of, if you look at the different cultures, like I can equate, growing up in the apartheid time, that I grew up in a cultural diverse society. I could do the Mawlud, but I could also do the Mawlid. You understand? Mawlud will say the Indian way, Mawlid is more the Malaysian or the Malay way. Yes, there's different things. I do like samosas, but I like kusistas as well. Diverse cultural activities that we find, subhanallah. And this is the beauty. It doesn't mean the kusista is better than the samosa, and the samosa is better. Kanala talk, I was saying it one with him, you know what? This is my hadith. Man ya'akul kusista falaysa minni. The one who doesn't eat kusista is not from me. Oh, come out, call Hassan Walid. What we're trying to say, my dear brothers, we're laughing and enjoying at this But the horrors of apartheid even stripped us away from enjoying each other's cultural diversity. Subhanallah. Yes, I could even recite Gomalichis. I can still do by the way. Not here. Invite me and I will see. You understand? Many of us, you sitting here, don't even know what Gomalichis are. I promise you, most of you that are sitting here, many of you, don't even know what Gomalichis are. It's not my cultural background I grew up. It's a different cultural background I grew up. But I know it. Wow. I want to give you one example, time constraints, of Juwaybir and Zulfa. Subhanallah, rahimahullah. They were in the time of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Juwaybir was a native of Yamama. He was black. He was short, as the Rawi explains. He was poor and he was ugly. Just to give you an idea how Islam is now moving away from all this racism. And the poor people used to come, and the Prophet ﷺ used to call, they didn't sleep in the mosque until such a time they received wahy that people are not supposed to sleep in the house. So that place used to be called Ashab al-Sofa, which is now currently inside the mosque. But the Prophet ﷺ made a place outside the mosque at that time. And all the poor people, the fuqara, they used to meet there. SubhanAllah, today the fuqara come and they all go to that place because of heightened spirituality. When you speak people of different tariqas, they go to the Ashab al-Sofa just to sit there so that they can go into spiritual ecstasy and experience whatever Allah gives them in their hearts. But having said that, so one day Nabi alayhi salam looks at him and he says, how beautiful wouldn't it be if you could marry and establish a family and end in the state that you are in? Look at the beautiful hikmah of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Instead of just keeping them, people there in the state of poverty, he wanted to lift them out and bring them out and lift them to another level. So look what Juwaybir says. He says, Ya Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I have neither wealth, no beauty, nor have I even got a noble lineage or descent. Who will marry me? And which woman likes to be the wife of a poor, short, black and ugly man like me? Look at the words. Oh Juwaybir, says Rasulullah alayhi salam, Allah has changed the individual's worth from Islam. Many people were high-placed in the pre-Islamic society and Islam brought them down. Eventually, Juwaybir was told, go to Ziyad ibn Lubayd. He was a rich businessman in Medina and he had a beautiful daughter. He was the queen. She was the queen of Medina. Can I say he was the queen? Must watch my language now. And to go there. So he goes. He says, the Prophet ﷺ has sent me to request you for your daughter for myself. And he says, did he make this suggestion? The father says, Ziyad. Did the Prophet ﷺ make this suggestion? He said, yes. I don't speak lies. So Ziyad ibn Lubayd says, very strange. We don't give our daughters to persons of unequal status, nor outside our tribe. You go back and I shall go to the Prophet ﷺ and have a talk with him. So Juwaybir is now murmuring this. He says, Wallahi, whatever the noble Quran teaches and whatever our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's purpose for Prophet was, is totally against what Ziyad is saying. The people heard that. And Zulfa, the beautiful daughter, got to hear of it. And she said, what is it? He said, no, the Prophet ﷺ sent this man for hand marriage to you. He said, if that is the case, how can you deny him? If the Prophet said, alayhi salam, how can you deny him? Tell him to come. Before he reports to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, then you're in trouble. He said, you go to the Nabi alayhi salam and confirm this. So he goes, you know. He says, Ya Rasulullah alayhi salam, Joel came to my house and he brought such a message to you. I would like to inform you that our custom is to give our daughters to persons of equal status and belonging to our tribe, who are all your helpers and companions. Smart, father. Look at the mentality. See, it has been like that for years and years. And this also comes through us, unfortunately. We are part and parcel guilty of that. So, Nabi alayhi salam says, "O Ziyad, Juwaybir is a faithful man. He has dignity and honor. If anybody comes knocking on your door, my dear brothers and sisters, and looks for, and he has honor and dignity and iman and faith and spirituality and zero bank balance, take him in, put him up. That is good for you or your daughter than anything else." We see that in the community. We deal with the issues, my dear brothers and sisters. So, Zulfa said, please do not reject the proposal. This matter concerns me, says Zulfa, and I accept it. And they were married. So he says, but where am I going to go? I haven't got a house, I got nothing. So the father-in-law says, I'll put you up, I'll build this, I'll do. So with the night, he enters the room and he sees this beautiful, whatever, built-in showers or TV screens. I'm just saying. That time there was no TVs. But state-of-the-art room, according to the times. He went into a state of spiritual ecstasy that he made salah the whole night of shukr. Those who are in tariqah know what I'm talking about. Sahibul hal la yatahammalul jibal. The person who is in a state of hal, spirituality, not in the mountains, can carry that person. And that's what happened to him. He went into the spiritual ecstasy. He made salah. Then the next day he fasted. And then he fasted. And the people asked, the father-in-law, what is happening? He said, I am making shukr to Allah for how I came into Islam and what Allah has afforded me. Subhanallah. And they lived happily. A queen of Medina and a poor black man of Yamala. Subhanallah. Eventually the call of jihad came and he answered the call of jihad and he became a shaheed. He was martyred and he was killed. Subhanallah. This is the honor that Allah gives us in Islam. That as soon as you embrace Islam, like Sahaba, all their past sins are forgiven. And the honor that they have been received, subhanallah. It reminds me of late, I've got not so long, of the late Mr. Nelson Mandela's grandson. He got married now to a Muslim lady. He embraced Islam. So of course, the fitna is going. Yeah, but he's got 4 wives. The other one is still busy taking him to court. Don't forget, oh Muslims, he embraced Islam. All his sins are forgiven. Isn't that what Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said? Who am I and you to start making ghibat and talk nonsense? Keep that quiet. Whatever your perceptions might be, keep it quiet. Right? Of course, I've been asked on social media, what about the title that has been honored onto his wife? Does it make her kafir? You know how people are. See, no, she's been given a tribal honor of a prince or a princess or a queen. That's all right. Why do you want to go into things? Just look at the facts as they are and think good of it and make dua for them that they can become examples in our community, inshallah. Having said that, my time is up. May Allah protect us from the viciousness of the mentality and the action of racism, that we can eradicate that from our lives, inshallah. We all have that in some form or other, but may Allah protect us, our children, our grandchildren. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.